Hi guys, we're going to explore Solus Budgie and why. There's a remark on the Discord server of ArcoLinux, and the user says the windows seem to be strange, responding in a strange way, and that might always happen because of updates. ArcoLinux is Arch. It's not Solus Budgie. Budgie is the source. The Budgie, the desktop, has been created by Solus, and other like Ubuntu Budgie and ArcoLinux has Budgie, but that's it. But so sometimes we say to you, go to the source, go to Solus Budgie. If deeping is not working, go to the deeping website, and if elementary, so the Pantheon is not working, go to elementary.io, etc., etc. So that triggered in me the idea. I have not installed Solus Budgie in ages. So here it is, Solus Budgie. Let's just play around with it. Optical drive, change in the download folder. I must have by now Solus 4.3. Open, start, and off we go. So I always press an E or a tab, having a look at what's in here, CD label, Solus Live, etc. And then let's quieten down the machine up there, like that. Quiet and splash. Fine. Okay, enter. And let's just play for, I don't know, 15, 30 minutes with Budgie. So Budgie starts at the bottom. The default Budgie starts here. We start at the top. It's just a choice, right? So if you want to do exactly the same, have a look at this video and then see what the ArcoLinux Budgie looks like and change things. But there will be applications that we don't have, for sure. So install OS. We teach you Linux, and we happen to be on ArcoLinux, and we created our own spin-off, our own view on things, and that's called ArcoLinux, right? But basically we want you to promote to use Linux, so why not this one, Solus? But first I need to get to my Belgian keyboard, right? It's always the same thing. Let's go to Dutch, maybe. D from Dutch, Belgium. Yes, that will probably be it. Oh, sorry, that's a language, not a keyboard. Oh, my mistake. So I really need to have English. I prefer everything in English, and if I can, either this guy or American English, which I'm not seeing at the moment. All right, so English is good. Find my location, never mind. And here everything goes wrong. Here I have to go to Dutch now, probably, or Belgian. Let's have a look. BE. Oh yeah, so the keyboard is called Belgian. And next, does not know where I'm from, since I told him not to go and have a look. No, it's always a game. Brussels, yay, got it. So, automatically partition this empty disk. Yes, sure, go ahead, my friend. Or assign mount points and all kind of more difficult things. I'm always for. Keep it simple and stupid. Use LVM in a new installation. Yes, no. Keep it simple and stupid. What name should this computer? Solus then. Solus create new ESP on device SDA. That's just the one. So that's an interesting option. If you have, well, like dual booting or something, UEFI is at the beginning from Windows 11, and then maybe in the middle somewhere you put another an EFI, but then for Linux, or different SDB, right? Another SSD or another NVMe, another hard disk, and put it there. So probably we'll get another option if I have another hard disk. All right. Let's see if we can still make it an easy one. We can't. I remember that from the past. I was always why I can't use my easy password, so it has to be my long name. And now Eric will use a password to log into the computer, will have administrative capabilities. I would hope so. And if you can check again what you did, right? Suppose that's correct. We got some firmware things, lib64, locale. LibreOffice is installed, don't want it, but okay, it's gonna be there. And you follow what's going on. Is there a possibility to see more? Sometimes there is in these applications, but I don't think we can go to a drop-down terminal kind of thing. Unless I'm mistaken, nothing happens whenever I click. Well, let's have a look. He's doing its work. Almost done. What will happen then? Please wait. That's something I can do. Launch files. About files. So we're using the files from GNOME. Websites was not reacting, but it is now. So bits and pieces of GNOME are probably intermixed with the Budgie desktop as we have it as well on Arch. Now it's doing this. He's going over these things. So we have a browser. What's this blue thing? Restart now. Let's do that first. Okay, so Control F, right Control F, stop the machine, close, power down, get rid of the ISO, by ISO, restart, Control F full screen. And this is not nice, right? This is not nice. We are not, nothing has been installed. We have to do it over again. Close, power off. Back in there, Solus, and let's go. Reboot into firmware. No, I want to install this thing. If you please. So 8 minutes lost. Choose a language. English, United States. Now I can select this. Next. Belgian. I know now it's called Belgian. All English, and here we start. Belgian, yep. Next. And more or less Paris. Brussels. Next. And then install a fresh copy of Solus alongside your existing operating system. 32 is big enough. Replace. Erase all content on this disk and install a fresh copy of Solus. Next. Let's do something else this time. Use LVM in the new installation. And let's see. Solus. Create ESP. Nothing to select here. Next. The password will not work. Let's see if this works. Add now. Next. So, GPT partition. EF5, 512 megabyte, 32 gigabyte physical, and then a group we're gonna select, and a swap is gonna be created. Well, we'll see. Second attempt. Well, to make the video a bit shorter, I'll just pause here now. we navigate over the applications. That's something else we can do. What's this? Text editor, gedit. Okay, so GNOME. Not really fond of the very dark color, so I want to change that later on. LibreOffice Draw is here. Firefox, Thunderbird, Office, LibreOffice, other, onboard settings, sound and video, GNOME MPV, written box, system settings. That's something to have a look at. System tools, Budgie desktop settings, gparted is here. And then utilities. Okay, so system settings, backgrounds, let's have a look. Okay, nothing happening. I suppose we better wait. It just became unresponsive. And restart. Let's hope that it works. I'll boot into this. And there you go. Oh yeah, difficult password. But I want to check something first. Quit. What I want to do is get rid of this and see what happens then. Look at that. So whatever is bugging it, that's not the way it should be, right? So something in the some support for VirtualBox, I suppose, is not present. But when I do this, I boot up with Solus, I go to the firmware interface, I go to boot manager, I go to the UEFI VBox hard disk itself, we can continue to make our video and experiment. I'm not gonna test this out on a real metal machine, but you can. Don't show this message again. I can't kill this thing. Let's see if we log out, if we get some more. Log out, shut down, log out, Eric, log out, log out. So we've got, okay. Oh yeah, difficult password. Let's see. Right mouse click, system settings. That's GNOME, Budgie desktop settings, and here we have some idea of the widgets. Plata Noir, Plata Lumine Compact, Lumine, Plata High Contrast, actually nice. Plata Noir Compact. I'm gonna go for Plata Noir Compact. Papyrus with Papyrus Dark, Papyrus Light, and at white. We better go for Papyrus Dark. Desktop icons, no thank you, no thank you. And icon size, fonts, documents, interface. All right, a bit bigger. Raven. Yeah, there was this thing at the right, I guess. We need to update. Why am I not surprised? Windows. Our panel. Things to auto start. Now the breeze cursors, yeah, we have not seen that. A notification, dark theme. If I do this, and I do Lumine, now we get combo. Okay, interesting. How do you update? Well, is there a mention? Yes, there was a mention. So can we click on it or something? Security updates available. There's a mention here. Is there an app to update? Software Center. System software. Updates. Update selected. 1.24 gigabytes to download. Sure, go ahead. I have plenty of download left. Check back later. Okay, I will. Now, what I do remember from last years ago, right? They have this great selection of third-party applications. In the meantime, it's all available on ArcoLinux. But back in the days, I thought, oh, this looks good, let's add this and that. You see, there's a great list here of all interesting applications that are out there for Linux. And that's, of course, neat to know. All right. That's installed. So he's downloading all these things. You can easily get accustomed to using Solus and its apps. I do remember, but that is old news, that my Bluetooth wasn't working, so the music wasn't working, so that was a deal breaker back then, right? We're talking about years ago, so that's not relevant anymore. Hardware drivers might help you if you have problems with graphical cards or something. Do Flicky is the name. The names they come up with, right? There's Wi-Fi here, sound and video, system tools, no. Universal access, no. Utilities, sure. Advanced network configuration, what's that? Okay, just that. And then terminal, we have a terminal. Then, now sudo pacman, right? Not gonna work, and I need to use my difficult password. That's not my difficult password. Sudo apt something, right? Apt install. I don't know if that's possible since I'm downloading already. Apt is not a thing as well. How do you need to update on Solus? Has been, like I say, years. So let's see, because back in the days I had some application and it was going to change. I'm still launching Firefox, and 2/3 downloaded, no extracted. And this guy wants to try and help, but not yet. Firefox is not starting. So let's go to my ArcoLinux and ask on Google Solus Budgie command to install. And now we get how to install Solus, preparing to install, basics to package management. That's it, right? And then they say EOPG. Okay. Can I get a terminal, please? Terminal. At some point in time. It's not hidden behind here. Anything else? Nope, that's it. Papyrus icon theme is new. But let me go to, how should I do that? If I press here, yeah. So I just type this in, right? Solus Budgie command to install, and next thing I was here, eopg install neofetch. That's what I wanted to do. And reinstalling is install, reinstall, uninstalling is remove, and information and so on. So EOP package, EO stands for, I don't know. But I do remember EOPG stands for and why is it called EPG? I believe there was an old name in previous. Voila, there it is. Evolve OS. That's the previous name of Solus, and that's why it's EO. Yep. That was, I think, quite a few years ago. Evolve OS. Archive 2015, 7 years ago, might be 2015. So Solus, EOPG, and getting back is this. Almost done. Linux firmware. Well, maybe the big chunks are coming because no. Almost there. That's strange. Extracting 579 and 576 Linux current, and I still have to do a lot of things here. So the counting is wrong. Any possibility of having Firefox yet? Oh, he launched. And how about the terminal then? We've got liftoff. Sudo eopg and then install and then neofetch. Is that allowed? Because difficult passwords. That's wrong, I think. It's correct. Do you want to continue? He wants to add some more stuff. Sure thing. This is how it looks when you update things. Can I make this bigger somehow? Font maybe? Preferences? Profiles? Custom font? Voila. So this is how it looks when you update here, or when you install something here. And then neofetch. So, we're on 5.13. 741. And then bash, budgie, mother, budgie, plata noir, papyrus noir, gnome terminal. Okay. And then that's what we're using. So that's your neofetch. In the meantime, I think we're done. Updates. I think you're done. Let's try and see if he's done it. How? By launching a terminal and then sudo eopg update or something. Difficult password. Unrecognized. So mon eopg. Let's see. Verbose length password. Subcommands. Here's install. Lists all kinds of things. Rebuild, remove. Update repo. Upgrade. Let's try that. Well, no package to upgrade. So let's just reboot because a lot of things came in. Rebooting is here. Restart. Let's try it again. Restart. Let's try. No, he's got there. So if I click this, I'm gonna boot up the live environment, which I don't want to have. Install OS. So maybe we should try again a shutdown. Get rid of the ISO and see if it boots. Shut down. See if it boots now. Nope, we get this error. So in order to boot on VirtualBox, I need to get in the Solus, then navigate to the firmware interface, boot manager, and boot from the hard disk that way. Yeah. Now we're, oh no, difficult password. Right. And if I ask the terminal, ask NeoFetch, we have now 5.15, 77, 219 current. S. Let's see if I can install Spotify. Difficult password, Eric. Program terminated, system error, repo item Spotify not found. Something else? Spotify QT. Yes. So use the tab key, right, to complete things. You can say something like this. Start with SP and then tab, and you get all the SPs. Spotify daemon is there as well. Let's have a look. Music, graphics, other sound. Spotify QT. Oh, before using I need to web API keys. No, I don't want something like that. I just want Spotify. I'll have to figure that out if I wanted to use Solus, which by now you are probably convinced that I will not. SourceForge Solus. Sardi. Oh my god. Let's have a look. How do these icons of mine look on this? Problems downloading? Have a look. For me in Belgium, strangely enough, Stockholm is super fast. Yup, it's the way it is. It's there. Go away. Right mouse click. Move to trash. No. Extract. Okay. That's extracted. These are all the Sardi icons. Control X. And I'm gonna put it in Control H. The dot icons folder, which is not there. Dot icons. And then Control V. That was not successful. So downloads, Control A, Control X, tab, Control V. Alright, so inside dot icons, now settings of Budgie desktop settings, icons, aha, that's success. So we got ourselves our icons. We have the Budgie control center, which actually is GNOME. I think. Looks quite like GNOME, doesn't it? But okay, all good for me. I don't mind. All right. So there is no problem in having icons. Some of them probably need to be made, like Spotify Qt here, as something that we don't know, that we don't have. I could actually have a look since I'm now here, and I will delete it after the video. All the locations in. No, not that one, that one. And then user, share, applications, this one. And in here somewhere, it's gonna be Spotify. Here, yes, Spotify. And the name is Spotify Qt. Okay, I'll write that down. And I'll make a link to the Spotify icon, and that will be that. So that's not much work at all. Let me just pause the video here and do that. Voila, that's done. The only thing you have to make is a symbolic link from Spotify to, well, actually from Spotify Qt to Spotify. And that's done. So one of the updates, it will be in there as well as in Surfn. Now, if the icons are small as they are, like this one, the circular isn't looking great, right? So you need to actually make this bigger if you can, or just use something else. And there is also Surfn, which will probably be looking a lot better since it's not circular. Surfn GitHub. Yeah, that's enough. Eric Dubois, Surfn. And we download the zip, open when completed. Okay, so Surfn, extract here, voila. These are the Surfn icons. Control A, Control X, back to the dot icons, Control V, back to the settings, or is it still open? It's still open, so close it. Settings, Budgie desktop settings, and then Surfn Arc. So we've got the same folders from Arc and from Horst 3180. That's his design that we're using for years already. And never go, well, we don't find it boring anymore. It's just great. It looks great. But this is the Surfn icons, which is a lot better, right? If it's going to be very small, these icons, then it's best to use the Surfn icons. My opinion, of course. All right, nice. Okay, we visited Solus, and now you can have a look and decide for yourself if you're gonna install it, use it, test it, and so on. All right, cheers.